So can you state your name and say what
Hi.
race you're running for?
Yeah, my name's Michael Contreras. I am running for the Woodland Joint Unified School District Trustee Area Number 3. I'm very passionate about becoming locally involved, and this is one reason why I chose this level. Long time ago, I worked at Rayleigh's and how to get the feel for meeting the community, and it's from there I just talked to people and teachers, and some people just suggested that I should run, and I didn't take that, to heart. I just said, thank you for the compliment, and we just, but they saw something in me, and I just chose to listen to their voice again. And I was also at the time recruited by a couple individuals, and just to throw my hat in the ring. I didn't want to do it because I just knew the work that it was entailed. And then I said, you run, and I support you. And then he said, now you run, I support you. So at the same time, it was I said, I'm going to run, and someone has to just get up and just do something. And I chose to run, and I'm very happy that I did, because it's a new forum out here for me to be able to speak my ideas that hasn't been out there or hasn't been shared. And so I'm bringing new insight, new food to the table, and that's just something that I like to serve to other people, like some ideas. And lately I've been communicating on the dailydemocrat.com, and there's some thoughts and ideas that people presented to me, and I wanted to reply. And some, I don't know if I turned their minds, but they thanked me, and they were and that kind of like made me think about and how thankful I am to be in this, this race. And yeah, people are looking for leadership.
How about, can you give us a little bit of your background, your history? Are you from Woodland?
Yes.
Did you grow up in Woodland?
Yeah, my grandmother came to Woodland in the 1920s, in the late 20s. And from there, she had 11 children. My father was the firstborn son. I'm the youngest of 7. And we all still congregated in Woodland. Nobody really left or left the area. And so as the city grew, the family grew, and so I just got to know the people. Just, of course, through people would always recognize, hey, you look like a Contreras. Are you related to this guy? He must be your uncle. I said, yeah, yeah. And so pretty much, going to a Catholic church too, not faithfully, but family's Catholic.
Right.
And so that's where people would.
Did you attend the public schools in Woodland?
I did. I attended Freeman Elementary School, Lee Junior High, and Woodland High School.
Do you have kids in the?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
No, I do not.
So you explained a little bit about why you decided to run for school board. Can you kind of expand on that? Like what issues that you might deal with, what priorities
Yes.
you have?
Currently, right now, I'm going to there's an issue of the building. Should we use taxpayers' money to purchase a new building? And I'm against the purchase, and I want to be, currently right now, I'm just trying to put a timetable on when the district should move out. Realistically, by, within 6 months, but I still need to talk to the administrative people in the district to see what realistically could we do if I'm elected. I believe I'm running off of this issue solely, and I don't know if the other candidates are for it or against it, but right now I'm against the purchase.
Well, why? What are the reasons?
It's just going to cost taxpayers money, and some of the reasons that I'm against it. We have existing property. There's an old school site, Willow Springs, that the school district has, but it's just an eyesore for people to drive by, and it just devalues the neighborhood area. It could breed crime in the area. But the argument is against that. If we leave the current site, which is in Main Street, downtown, and east, right there. If we leave that site there, then we will lose property tax, we will lose revenue from sales for downtown lunch. We will, that building will become vacant, and so there's someone was saying that, you know, that's gonna cause vandals to break in. But I believe that the Woodland Joint Unified School District needs to be a good neighbor to the city and kind of just clean up, you know, the areas and just, you know, there's other buildings that are not as, if they wanted to move downtown, there's other areas that are, you know, vacant, but probably not as nice or new, but it always could be remodeled on McMahon's building, west in California Street in Woodland. That's one place where it's not an option that the school district looked into, but it's there. And why they choose not to do it, who knows? But that option's not on the table, and we just need to cut our losses and just move out and to the existing facility that we own.
Okay, one of the issues, you know, with the national recession, state recession stuff, and K through 12 and education has been, bear the brunt of different, you know, cuts and everything, and so it becomes an issue of programs, teachers, you know, whether there are more teachers, teachers' salaries. Can you address that a little bit, you know, programs versus and/or teachers, hiring, teacher salaries, things of that nature?
Yes, I believe we need, I believe strongly in teachers, you know, giving them the tools they need to handle what they need for the children to be educated. They are at the front line to teach kids, to teach children. And I would hopefully believe that there could be an advisory panel by the teachers, formed by the teachers, solely on this type of topic, because they let them be at the table as well, not through the, of course, through the union, but they themselves, whether they meet in person or a public forum, through the internet, different means. But I'd like to hear from them, their recommendation. And it would be, of course, I would respect that, and I would probably most likely go with that, because everybody will be on board, and they decide what they want to cut. We'll let them know the numbers and bring them on board, and not so much to have an administrative-driven budget council, but more of a teacher-driven council, and also probably bring some parents on board. But we're all in it together.